Good afternoon, football fans, and welcome to yet another Primetime Face-Off right here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. Ladies and gentlemen, my goodness, 3-and-out Primetime Face-Offs have been so scarce this year, but this weekend has been beyond fun. I've gotten a chance to do a Primetime Face-Off with everybody. We got one more to go. Of course, you guys know one of tomorrow's games would have been playing right now, actually, but of course got moved to tomorrow because of insane weather. We'll get to that in a few moments. However, the other game coming up tomorrow, we'll have a primetime face-off for that as well. Our very own Corey Pujols of Palm Tree Sports will be talking about his Bucks taking on good old Mr. Bobby Cash and Chris Amos of Philly Sports Talk. That's going to be another fun one tomorrow. And, well, next week, we'll have one of them back. And the other, well, along with their team, they'll be kind of like I am on the couch right now. And same thing with one of these two. One of these two, hope to have back next week. And, well, we'll see how it goes. I'm loving it. We got the terrible towel going. We got the two legendary jerseys on, by the way. I love both of those jerseys and both of those players very much. But with that said, you guys, looking forward to it. Thank you so much for tuning in. I see people tuning in like crazy right now, so we thank you so much for being here. Once again, as always, big shout out and thank you to our sponsor, Planet Jerky, premium brisket beef jerky. The jerky, that's on a whole another planet. Head on over to planetjerky.net. Grab you some jerky. Nothing goes together like IE Sports Radio, Planet Jerky, and football. Ladies and gentlemen, it's football time. Enough of the nonsense. Well, it's not nonsense, but enough of the introduction. We got a game to talk about. Yesterday afternoon, there was no other alternative than to move the game, as Buffalo again has extreme weather. Lake effect is a real thing, everybody, and I'll tell you right now, the snow is falling, and no one, though, can pull together like that Buffalo community. They're doing their absolute best to get everything going together right now to get this game happening tomorrow, and I'm so happy and excited for this game. To me, I just feel like the game's going to mean even more to these players, both for the Steelers and the Bills. It's touching, and it's exciting, and I'm so ready for this because you already know these Bills fans, they're chomping at the bit to get in those gates, and we already know those Steeler fans over there. So some of them are making the trip, and some of them, like Ralph over here, just cannot wait for that kickoff to happen. I know it's going to be a good one. We got a good game here today, but at the end of the day, I feel like if there's a respect game more in this wild card, it's this game right here. Two of the oldest, toughest, most faithful fan base is going at it here. I'm so excited, and both these teams have fought plenty of adversity in the last couple of years. So with that said, let's get on to it. Ladies and gentlemen, welcoming the combatant. I gotta get close to saying that, not guess, the combatant of for those Pittsburgh Steelers. He, of course, is diehard Steelers fan by way of New York. He is the host of our Pittsburgh show, by the way, a brand new Pittsburgh sports show, the Yinzer Report. Yins better listen in, by the way. Ladies and gentlemen, he is now IE Sports Radio Hall of Famer. I'm so happy to be inducted as well, along with this guy in the same class as him this past year, class 2023. Ladies and gentlemen, welcoming Mr. Ralph Calise. How's it going, Ralph? How you doing, brother?
Hey, Larry, thanks for the introduction, man.
Hey.
Yep, Hall of Famer with you. 24th inductee after you with the 23rd. Thank you, IE Sports, again for that. And looking forward to the game tomorrow.
It's going to be a fun one, I'll tell you. Well, Ralph, you and I we're just barely in the Hall of Fame. But there's somebody here who's been a part of this thing for quite some time now. She is a huge member of not only the IE Sports Radio community, but of Buffalo, the community,
Bills,
the Bills fan base community. She is somebody who is just special to tons of people, including us here at IE Sports Radio. She, of course, is IE Sports Radio Hall of Famer, class of, and this is awesome, you guys. Like I said, she's been here for a bit. Of course, she is class of 2021, of course. So 2 years ago, she's been in now for a couple of years, and really cool, really cool. One of her biggest listeners and biggest fans, Patty Champion. Wow, Ralph, pretty cool. She's also in with us in our class of 2023. So I just got to give her some love. That woman, man, she is
She's something.
loved. Oh, she's loved. And now the more and more that I see, if I'm following her, the more and more that I see, man, what an awesome person. Just, I love it. And it just makes me so happy that we're even 10 years of IE Sports Radio. And I'll tell you right now, this has brought in so much joy to my life because of the amazing people that I've been able to meet, like you two, like Patty Champion, just all these great people. So we just want to say huge thank you to all of them. But with that said, I can go on for about 3 days about Patty over here. But welcoming IE Sports Radio Hall of Famer, IE Sports Radio Hall of Famer, class 2021, and the host of the absolute best. I'm sorry. I don't want to disrespect you guys out there. I don't. I'm sorry. All of you do great, I'm sure. But she has the all-time greatest Buffalo podcast there ever could be in the history of ever. Ladies and gentlemen, Patty Bax. How's it going, Patty?
Great. Thank you so much, Larry. It's an honor to be here today to represent Bill's Mafia. And definitely it's a pleasure and honor to be with both of you in the Hall of Fame and my beloved dear friend, Patty Champion. So congrats to everyone. Very exciting.
She is wonderful. You're wonderful. Ralph is wonderful. You guys are awesome. So glad and honor, of course, to have you guys here. And like I said, Patty, there's I'm sorry, second to none. The Buffalo Huddle, Tuesday afternoons for us here on the West Coast, Tuesday evenings for those of you East Coasters out there. If you want a show that has, you put things together that I don't even know how to do yet. I mean, you put wonderful, beautiful messages, wonderful stuff. I mean, Patty, it really, really does. It's like a delicious cake. You put it together in a way that's just sculpted by the maker, and it's really wonderful. So I think it's really good. I think it's cool what you do, and we're just so happy that you're a part of this network with that show.
Thank you so much, Larry. I was just going to say, I'm sorry, Rob. I was just going to say that I think being in IE Sports Radio and just being in sports in general, we all realize that it's more than sports. It's more than a physical activity. And, having a background in counseling and being a registered nurse, I realize that sports bring so much more to life. And that includes inspiration and challenges. And that's why I like to include that each week. And I call it Buffalo Sports with a Twist, because I always have something that I hope will inspire listeners every week.
Well said. Well said.
Thank you.
And I would just like to say, being that my show is on Tuesday, the injury report on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports, I am honored that I am the first show on Tuesday before Patty's show. And 2 Hall of Famers in one day. Hey, what more could you want?
Hey, that's what I said, and I love it. You kick off Tuesdays. Patty's in that mix. We got Jen B in there. That Tuesdays are special, man. We got like
a great day. Tuesday's a great
6 hours. Oh, it's wonderful. It really is. So please, everybody, tune in, show love, be a part of this. Jump on in because IE Sport. Once again, we got something for everybody. We are the buffet of sports. So we have something for everybody, and definitely enjoy it. So with that said, everybody, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for tuning in. The numbers, like I said, just keep going up. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And let's get on into today's face-off. So not the traditional face-off with the scoring and this and that. We're just talking about our teams, but with the rounds involved, it's going to be some fun. So let's get it. So starting off with the away team. Well, Ralph, you guys, you just said it earlier before we got on air. I don't even know how you guys are getting there. I mean, it's going to be a challenge for you guys to get to the stadium, let alone, play the game in the elements, which sounds like fun. I always want to play a snow game. Anyway, so with that said, X factors. Well, I think we know a big X factor for both teams, of course, is playing in, this very, very, very cold climate with snow falling. Going to be fun, but definitely a challenge no matter what, playing the game. So, Ralph, talk to us. What are your where X factors for your Steelers this weekend?
All right, Larry. So I'm going to go at it as the team factor. The Pittsburgh Steelers as a team. They're going to have to continue what they've been doing for the past 3 weeks with the balanced offense. We don't have any major star at quarterback, as you know. We don't have really any major stars on the offense. We have some good players. But the past 3 weeks, the offense has been going about it with a rushing and passing attack that's been very balanced. And I think it's going to have to be that way, like you said, with the weather. Hopefully they can get there today because, like I told you, their plane is supposed to be leaving at 3:00 from Pittsburgh today. Who knows if they're even going to be able to get into Buffalo. See what happens with that. But yes, a balanced attack on offense, run the ball, cut yards on first, second downs, and pass the ball, steal a football as it's been played the past 3 weeks. And my X factors on defense is I did hear a little something out of Pittsburgh that there is going to be a shadow for Josh Allen. So I don't know if the plan stood with that with the weather, but that's going to be an X factor, whoever that is going to be. And same thing, Pittsburgh Steelers team football. Defense has been very, very, very hurt, very maligned. They had a suspension, but Minka is coming back this tomorrow. And so is the guy who got suspended, DeMonte Casey. So hopefully they could solidify the defense. We did lose TJ Watt, big loss. But like the defense has been playing the past 3 weeks, then don't break, come up with a big turnover, maybe help us out, and go from there. Special teams, too. We had a all-star named to the Pro Bowl on the special teams. So hopefully we get a big special teams play, and that could be an X factor as well.
There's all kinds of things that can happen to be an X
factor. Just to recap, just the team effort would be my X factor, and go from there. See what happens. It's going to be a tough game.
No, it definitely is. Well, Patty, plenty from Ralph there. I know you guys, the X factors are vast for you. I mean, my goodness, if there was ever a game, I could watch week 18 right now, last week, Sunday Night Football. I could watch that again and still be surprised. Patty, please, X factors for those Bills, and by all means, we got time. So if you want to go on for 30 minutes with the X factors, you guys got plenty. You guys got so many X factors.
30 minutes.
There's so many X factors with this team. But Patty, go on.
I probably could. Well, first of all, I just want to say to those that one Steeler fan in particular probably isn't listening, but we are not soft here in Buffalo. If anybody was resilient in the entire country and probably the world, it's Buffalo, New York, and it's Bills Mafia, and it's the Buffalo Bills. We have been through really literally hell and back over the last couple years for all the tragedies we've had. The mass shooting at Tops, losing 10 people there. The, Damar Hamlin going into cardiac arrest. I don't know if everybody knows the co-owner of the Buffalo Bills, Kim Pagula, went into cardiac arrest. Our announcer for the Buffalo Bills had a stroke on New Year's Eve. And, I could go on and on. The blizzards we've had, but you know what? That is an X factor. All those things brought the team together. We embrace adversity. Nobody ever asks for adversity. We didn't ask for any of this. It happened, and you could, fight or flight. You can run from it or you can embrace it. And that's what our team has done. That's a huge X factor. And playing at home, we are 13-2 in home playoff games since 1970. Under Coach McDermott, we're 4-1 at home in postseason. So the home field advantage is going to be huge. Now, I understand. I was born in McKees Rocks, Pennsylvania, home of Damar Hamlin. I understand it's only 3.5 hours away. If my cousin Mark was driving, it was probably 2.5 because he drives pretty fast. Shout out to Mark. But the Steelers, but the Steelers are 0-3 in the playoffs since 2017. So that home field advantage, even though there's going to be terrible towels, there's going to be the Steeler fans there, that home field advantage is still, check the box, it still goes to Buffalo. Also, Josh Allen. I mean, need I say more? Trent Sherfield, he scored that touchdown last week, Larry, with the whoop, with his 2 feet and just almost like an angle, getting that ball. Incredible. I could watch that 100 times. But Trent Sherfield said, Josh Allen, when I look into his eyes, he is possessed, to win. He is just so determined. There is not a player, in my opinion, and of course I'm a little biased, but there's not a player, in my opinion, that is exciting to watch, so wanting it. He's willing victory. And Josh Allen is incredible, and the team plays for him. They love him. And another
I had
X
a quarterback like that.
Thank you, Ralph. Another X factor, I think, has to do with the fact that TJ Watt is not playing. Dawkins, our left tackle, star left tackle, who is having a Pro Bowl season and is a Walter Payton Man of the Year nominee, he has to go up against Alex Highsmith. Now, Alex Highsmith is not TJ Watt. Now, granted, he is good, that not taking that away from him. But if Deion Dawkins can keep performing the way that he has been, it's going to be a really nice X factor. So those, are primarily the ones that I would say stand out most to me.
I love it. I mean, both of you just bring so much. I love, once again, you guys, this is just a sampler tray of how great these two of their shows are. But yeah, Patty, I mean, just the nerve of people to say soft, really. I mean, yeah, when you can't see when there's more snow that goes up to your waist, okay, you kind of can't play football. All right. And unfortunately, people, at the end of the day, people are going to say what they want to say. But I'll tell you right now, the resilience is there because these crazy people over here, these crazy fans, are definitely going to make their way over there. And you guys,
they're there already.
There's no doubt. There's no doubt. And I have no doubt that Buffalo is going to show great hospitality because that's who we are. We're the city of good neighbors. We're going to make people welcome unless they really disrespect us, because we don't disrespect other teams as much. Well, every fan base has those, outliers, but for the most part, we have an incredible, hospitable, wonderful, just an incredible fan base. Bills Mafia is second to none.
Absolutely. You guys are awesome. But it's two amazing fan bases going at it here. Really excited. And yes, I'm sure tons of hospitality. And I'm also sure, like I said, tons of great people are going to go to this game. This is it's safety for the players, safety for the fans, safety for everybody. So yes, looking forward to that. So
yeah, we had our offensive lineman, Alec Anderson, out there today with his rope, pulling cars out of ditches. That's what Buffalo's all about. I mean, incredible. He didn't know he was being videoed. Somebody videoed him. Didn't know it. He just did it because he just loves Bills Mafia and wants to help. That's our team. That's our city. That's our fan base.
And Steeler Nation is one of the most one of the best fan bases to travel to any visiting stadium. So there'll be some black and gold in the stands.
Looking forward to seeing
which will stand out in that red and blue.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome.
If we can see them tomorrow, Ralph, on the other side.
Yeah, well, that's the other part of it.
I hope we get the game.
It's they anticipate about 20 to 17 degrees and also very light snow. So it's going to be a stark contrast to today, where you couldn't even see across the street.
Well,
the videos out there of how it looked was insane. Yeah. You could barely see through the cameras.
I mean,
it's really about the safety and also people have to think about the first responders. The people that have to go out there and it's incredible. It's like, use common sense. It's a sport, but it's also people's lives.
Yes, I had mentioned that to you yesterday in texting. Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, so it's for sure. So moving forward, you guys, let's go ahead and jump on into the weaknesses. Now, this is not, don't even take this the wrong way, Ralph. I love you to death, Ralph. You're a great dude, but man, it's hard to find a weakness on that Bills team. It is very hard to find that weakness because they're very good. Now, don't get me wrong, the Steelers have lots of strengths. But man, those Bills is kind of tough to find some weaknesses. But hey, for the sake of the show, of course, just being a diehard, talk to us, brother. Find a weakness. What is a weakness you think that these Bills have that you guys could take advantage of to win this thing? Pull off probably one of the biggest upsets we've ever seen in playoff history. I'm just saying. What do you think? What do you think, Ralph?
Well, like I said for the X factor, we have to contain Josh Allen, which is going to be a hard task. But in the past few games that if you watched the Bills play, which I'm sure you have, Jake Allen has been known to come up with a turnover here and there. And I'm hoping that could be the factor that we can go on, where maybe we can get him into a position where we can cause a fumble on him, strip sack, turn the ball over on an interception. He did have that brain block before halftime last week, where they couldn't get the ball in the end zone. He let the clock run out. So I think basically the game for the Steelers is gonna develop around Josh Allen. But I do believe Gabriel Davis is out for the Bills, Patty.
As of now, I mean,
they pronounced him out. Yes,
but we have a super weapon, Khalil Shakir, who will do just fine against.
Okay, that's fine. And the other weaknesses is like we lost T.J. Watt, we lost I want to say the heart and soul of the defense, and he's gonna be mixing in guys to try to fill his spot. I don't see anybody filling T.J. Watt's spot, but we'll see what happens. There's a couple of guys that came in versus Baltimore that played really well. But again, that was backups, if you want to say that. And that's how I see it as far as his weaknesses. Like you said, Larry, it's going to be tough.
It's going to be tough.
Maybe we catch the Bills on an off day, but it's the playoffs. I don't know if that's going to happen.
It's the playoffs. It's crazy. Allen's playing out of his mind. But once again, this is a game there's 3 teams in this game. Okay, there really is. I mean, I guess I could say there's 4 teams. The fan bases that'll be there, both teams on the field, and the undefeated one, Mother Nature. Mother Nature has her way of always winning. So we're hoping tomorrow she doesn't, really bring a terror, but that was today. So
even the fact with the weather, I see it as both teams have played in this weather.
Yeah, exactly.
Pittsburgh is nuts in the winter. They've played in it. And like Patty said, Buffalo is always like that. So
yeah. So both of you guys.
I really don't want to use the weather as an excuse or as an advantage, like Patty was saying that Steeler fan was.
I like it.
Yeah, it levels the playing field, in my opinion.
Levels the playing field, and both of us are used to playing it. Exactly. It's not like an indoor team is coming into Buffalo and they've never experienced it.
Right.
Come on, it's the playoffs. This is what you want in the playoffs. You want a game like this.
This is true. You do. So, Patty, talk to us. Weaknesses on those Steelers that you feel your Bills can use to their advantage to win this thing.
Okay, well, first of all, I know Mason Rudolph, the last 3 games, has really been playing out of his mind. He's been playing great.
He's done well.
However, I believe, if my research is correct, this is the first playoff game he's ever had. This is the first playoff game he's ever had that's in Buffalo, and I don't know if he's ever played in Buffalo. So that could be a little bit of a weakness. He doesn't know what he's in store for. And oftentimes with the crowd noise, and again, we don't know what tomorrow's going to bring because the game got moved to a day where some people might be working and now they can't go to the game. We don't know what's going to happen. It's going to be real interesting.
Tomorrow's a holiday, isn't it?
It's a holiday, so I know I'm not working, thank goodness. And actually, I'm going to the game with my boss.
Yeah!
Wow, that should be fun.
That should be interesting.
Side of me. But I think that when the Bills Mafia gets loud, we are known as the 12th man fan, as I like to say, because men and women, children too.
Everybody.
We have been known to create false starts and also encroachments, and because the crowd noise is so loud. And I know the Steeler fans travel well. If you watched that game last week, in Florida, you would have thought they were playing in Buffalo.
Yeah, they were all.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah. Deontay Hardy, when he ran back the punt return for 96 yards. You would have thought we were in Buffalo. It was insanity.
Yeah.
But I think that that's one of the kind of the weaknesses that I see. Also, this defense, even though we've lost 2 of our starters, Matt Milano early on in the London game, thankfully we call him DQ, Daquan Jones. He's back, thankfully.
Yes.
But Trey White is also out. We're hoping our steal, I call him our steal, Rasul Douglas from Green Bay, who's used to playing in this kind of weather, he
For
might
sure.
be back. And he is known for interceptions. He studies film like no other player. Well, maybe Josh Allen too, but he is a student of the game. And he has almost 1 or 2 interceptions for each game that he's played in, just being with the Bills. I think it's now 7 games that he's been with us.
Love it.
Incredible cornerback. Amazing steal for us. So this defense is, even though it's patched together, it's a Band-Aid defense. We've got Ed Oliver, we've got Greg Rousseau, we've got some players that are hungry. We also have Leonard Floyd, who has Super Bowl, experience.
Mhm.
So we're bringing that defense. This is a defense the Steelers have not faced before. So I think that's also going to expose some of the weaknesses on your offense.
Should be fun.
Yeah.
Should be fun. This is
It's just getting back to your point, like you said, Mason Rudolph has never played in a playoff game.
no.
There are a lot of other players on the Steelers that, if anything, have played maybe in one playoff game, because the last playoff game we had, I believe, was when Ben was quarterback. So that was 2-3 years ago.
Yeah,
So it's going to be tough.
And the post-game speech that Josh Allen gave after the win against the Dolphins, he holds up the hat, AFC East Championship hat, the T-shirt, and he said, "These are nice, but you know what? This isn't what it's about."
Yep.
And Steph Diggs said 4 more. We've got 4 more, and they've been in a playoff mindset since they were 6-6.
So have we, since we were 7-7.
Yeah,
So
guys
they know that this is it. This is do or die. You win, you
that's
move
it.
on.
Mhm.
You don't, you go home. So this is it. This is it. So
Both teams are on winning streaks, so one is going to have to come to an end.
ours is a little longer than yours. You've got 3.
Yes.
You've got 5.
It's looking good. It's gonna once again. We just keep on going back to the same thing. I just want a very, very good, fun football game. Like last week, I know that there was never a doubt in your mind. I know this, Patty, but I do know there was time or two where it was like kind of scary. Like, okay, is this gonna? But nope. Buffalo was like, no, we're not having this. And you're absolutely right. It's hilarious, Patty. I can't help it, and I will admit this on air. I don't care. I may sound like an idiot, and that's fine with me. But there were a few times, Patty, where I was watching the game, and I guess I kept on like looking, like staring at the TV, like, come on, go to like a big picture, like go to the blimp, show the end zone. Because I was thinking to myself, like, that's not Buffalo, is it? Like, am I crazy? Like, that can't be Buffalo, right? That's Hard Rock, right? The game's at Hard Rock, right? And then they would zone out. I seen the end zone. I was like, okay, I knew they were in Miami, but it's just funny because it didn't look like it. You're absolutely right. You guys overpowered them, and it was just so I'm looking forward to seeing you guys. Once again, the Steelers fans travel just like that. So this should be very
exactly. So right, we just don't know what to expect.
Yeah.
But the weird thing about the Bills is it's almost like they have to have the adversity to actually win. It's like, okay, this makes no sense. It's like I tweeted last week, I said stock in antihypertensive medications has gone through the roof from Bills fans alone, because it just I can't sit still. Before a game, I was walking in the snow and the cold by the river. I was cleaning, I was cooking, I was doing laundry. I can't sit still. And that's how the Bills just create this angst. It doesn't have to be there, but they just living on the edge.
Do it anyway. So, okay, well, one more round and we're the heck out of here. I know you guys got your days to take care of and everything, but I will tell you, this has been so much fun. One more round, let's get to it. And this is, of course, putting on the coach's hat. Let us know, what do your teams have to do to win this thing? Ralph, once again, we'll start with you. What is it? What is the game plan that your Steelers must execute to the T to win this thing tomorrow?
It's going to have to be no turnovers, very well balanced offense. And like I said, the defense is going to have to come up with some plays. And the main thing, I believe, is going to have to be to contain Josh Allen. If they can do that, I give them a good shot. And like I said, play here or play there. We'll see what happens. Mike Tomlin's words, as far as people think if we're going to win or not, We don't care. We're there to play a game. It's a playoff game. It's a different breed. And we'll take our shot and see what happens. We're in the playoffs. We got to play the game. And we'll go from there.
I'll tell you right now, Ralph. I mean, a win would be amazing for you guys. I know that. But even a loss right now, honestly, Ralph, I didn't see you guys anywhere near the playoffs this year. So to see the resilience in your guys' team and the fight you guys have, getting here, to me, this is just, I'm not saying that the goal is just Super Bowl. No, I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is this just goes to show you how far ahead your team is on schedule of getting to where you guys want to be. So you know what? Amazing season. And tomorrow, whatever will be. But man, you guys impressed everybody beyond, I think, what everybody thought you were going to do, Ralph. Like, no joke.
I think for now we have a quarterback that's going to play, but that's going to be the big situation going into upcoming seasons and whatnot. But he's there now, and we'll see what happens.
100%. So, Patty, here we go. One more time, what do you got? What must those Bills do tomorrow to get this victory?
Okay, Larry, I'm going to just say one thing. We can't beat ourselves, but you know me. I have to have a poem, so here we go.
I was waiting for it.
Focused and Ready is my poem. At 6-6, most experts were 100% sure the Bills would be packing their bags to go home. Tyler Dunn even wrote a critical article about Sean McDermott, implying he should just roam. The team, players, and Bills Mafia had other goals in mind. They dug deep within, and it was one heart they would find. All the adversity, lessons learned, and love for each other would lead the way. It was determination in their eyes and in their souls driving their play. The Bills are led by their fearless leader, Josh Allen, who will never quit and will win it all. With each passing minute, this resilient team gets closer to playing incredible ball. The Steelers may think they have what it takes to be the victor in this game. With Bills Mafia in full force, blaming the weather for their loss is lame. The stage is set for moving one step closer. Bills Mafia, mount up and get ready to go. We were so close in the past. We know what to do. Let's start the show. Go Bills.
Wow.
Patty, every time, Ralph, you're new to this, I know. I'm telling you, I just like to introduce it as if she's going to do the regular segment, but the poem's coming. I never want to try to throw out like, oh, Patty's got a poem to no, because she just drops it. For those who don't know, who never heard the show, never listen, Patty does it, and she does it well, man. I'm telling you, what an awesome poem, Patty. That was really cool. I love it.
Thank you.
Hopefully they win, because that's going to hurt if they lose after that poem.
Oh, I know.
Well, I'm hoping, I'm willing it into actuality that it's going to happen, because, it's going to be tough sitting out in a 17-degree cold. I've been doing it I've had season tickets for 35 years, so I can do it. I'm tough, but it certainly was a lot easier when I was in my 20s than now I'm 65. The bones don't like it as much as it did.
Oh, man. 35 years, Patty.
Yep.
In two weeks, basically, I'm 35. So I'm just saying that's pretty crazy. I mean, 35. Wow, that's.
Yes, Larry, I could be your mother.
Oh,
I'm just saying, it just amazes me. Like, that's my whole lifetime that you've been a season ticket. Like, once again, ladies and gentlemen, IE Sports Radio. We if you want the diehards are here. Get more diehard, you guys. You can't. The diehards are here. So it is so cool. I'm so excited for both of you. Once again, you just both teams had lots of adversity. Both teams fought to get to this point beyond belief. Nothing was ever handed. And you know what? I'm just excited to see a good football game. Let's go. It's going to be a good one, of course, as you know, as I said before, and even Ralph knows this too. I mean, the Bills were my pick. Of course, I'm going to roll with these guys tomorrow for sure, because I really do feel that they can make it happen. But I'll tell you right now, Ralph, regardless, a win tomorrow was extremely impressive. And if not, the Steelers are going in the right direction, man. I had the Steelers going like beneath 500 this year. I really did not think the Steelers were going to be I really thought they were going to be kind of in the slope to the basement. You know what I mean? I really did, but you guys ended up impressing.
I think if you go back to the show we did on 3 and Out, eight
Division 8 days.
Mm-hmm. Right. I think I picked the right record again. Like
you
I
did
the first.
You did.
You can check it out if you want, but
yeah, you did 2 years in a row. Sam, you picked the perfect record, and it worked out. So I'll tell you right now, both of you are amazing. I thank you again. Ralph, let these people know, let all these diehards know where they can find you at.
Okay, so once again, as mentioned at the beginning, I was the 24th inductee into the IE Sports Radio Hall of Fame. Catch my speech on that show with Larry and his wife. That was a great show. And I run the Yinzer Report on Tuesdays at 5 p.m. on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. I am on X, formerly known as Twitter, at Khalees R786. I am on Instagram at Ralph Khalees Instagram. And, of course, I'm on the Band app with you guys with the text messaging. And and basically, yeah, that's all I have as far as being followed anyway.
Well, we definitely appreciate you being here, Patty. Let everybody know, where can all these diehards, I mean, everybody, I know everyone's already following you, like I said, but where can all these diehards find you?
Yes, thank you, Larry. Thanks again for this opportunity. It was great, Ralph. I really enjoyed this face-off.
Awesome. And good luck Sunday. Monday.
Good luck too. And although it's hard to say good luck to the opposing team, but
I know.
Certainly. But that's how Bills Mafia, you know what? It's just a blessing. So many other fan bases wish they could be right where they are here today. And I would definitely say that we are blessed to be in this position, and I don't take it for granted. But yes, I do the Buffalo Huddle show with Patty B, and that's Tuesday nights at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can find me on X at Buffalo Huddle, HUDL_IE, or at Huddles 1025-1. And I'm not on any media platforms. I'm just have so much going on. I don't even have time to check X very much, but definitely it's really a great opportunity to share my message and be part of the Buffalo Bills Mafia family. Go Bills.
I'm laughing. Somebody posted IE Sports Radio Hall of Fame party. That's pretty funny.
Oh, Patty. Yeah, they put Patty. Well, because Jas was in the same, if I'm not mistaken, I think Jas is the same exact class as Patty. So yeah, these guys, we have, I mean, I'll leave you guys with this. I mean, how cool is this? Once again, head on over to the IE Sports Radio, IESportsRadio.com/hall-of-fame. You know, everybody gets that. But really cool. I mean, we got Gina G in the house right now. She, of course, is a Hall of Famer. She was class of, I believe, 2021, along with Jas. So it's kind of funny. All of them the only person we're missing is Kylam, because class of 2021 was Jas, Gina, Patty, and Kylam Reynolds. So really cool. You know, they're all here, and we just keep coming back. I mean, this is awesome. I'm so happy. Really, really, really excited that everyone is still a part of this. Everyone's still around, and you guys are amazing. So once again, thank you both for being here. You guys are amazing. Thank you to everybody for tuning in today. That is that. We're going to have ourselves a good game tomorrow. All the best to both of your teams. And I cannot wait, because you know who's really going to win this game? The fans are going to win this game, because we're going to get a freaking fight, and it's going to be a good one. I'm excited. Both of you have a wonderful, blessed day. Take care, and I will see y'all soon.
Take care, Larry. Thank you. Bye-bye, Patty. Stay safe.
All right, y'all. That is going to do it for today's show. Thanks again for everything. You guys are amazing. And, well, we got one more face-off coming up tomorrow. Looking forward to it. You guys are incredible. And yeah, it's going to be a really, really, really great game. So take care, all of you, once again. God bless. And we will see you coming up tomorrow for the final primetime face-off of this weekend. Got Corey Pulse of Palm Tree Sports, okay, here on IE Sports Radio, taking on good old, you guys knew who they were going to be taking on, right? Like we have anybody else. Philly Sports Talk's own Cash and Chris, of course, here on IE Sports Radio, also on Tuesdays, because everyone just loves Tuesdays, you know. So with that said, you guys, take care. I'll see you on the next face-off. God bless.